2014 Toyota Corolla Altis 1.6e manual. Ito yung modelo ng sasakyan na palagi kong sinasabi pag tinatamad akong sagutin yung tanong, ano bang magandang second-hand car na kunin? At bakit naman hindi? You can ask anyone about Toyota's well-renowned reliability and ito yung mga usual words na maririnig mo. Reliable, matibay, madaling ayusin, bulletproof. Pero hindi mo maririnig yung mga katagang ito about this car. Pogi, mabilis, maporma, fuckboy. Kasi nga because of the aforementioned qualities of Toyota being makers of good, reliable cars, hindi niya mapipik yung interest mo and hindi mafulfill yung boy racer fantasies mo. Siyempre nandyan naman yung Supra at saka AE86 as exceptions, pero Corolla Altis? But here we are, and there's no turning back. Tignan mo tong sasakyan to. Matatawag mo pa ba ito na hindi maporma?
Hangin yan bro.
The owner of this car, Lance, loves his Corolla. Mula ngayon tatawagin ko muna itong Corolla ha. Medyo nakakatamad kasing tawagin ito na Corolla Altis palagi. As I was saying, the owner of this car, Lance, never really expected that he would fall in love with this particular model. In fact, as a college kid, while commuting to school, he always dreams about the usual suspects. Alam mo na, yung parang teenage car starter pack yan eh. GTR, Evo, Type R, STI. This wasn't actually his first car. He earlier had a 2017 Honda City. Not exactly a dream car, but for a kid who just got out of college, that's not so bad. And then he got a glimpse of this very car, and it appealed to him personally because it had a manual transmission. I mean, yung Honda City niya kasi only came with a CVT, which is really high-tech. Don't get me wrong, but it removes a lot of the driving experience from the equation. It's nice to know that there are still some young people who believe in the classic formula of 5-speed manual, 1.6-liter engine, 4 doors, all win. Pag ikukumpara mo naman talaga yung Corolla sa ibang mga minention ko na kotse kanina, you can never really compare a family sedan from those JDM legends. But Lance is different. All he sees is a blank canvas on which he can build on, and what a canvas this is. By itself, this Corolla doesn't look half bad. If you ask me if you put it side by side with the bagong Corolla, well, pwede na. It really holds up really well. On the outside, there's been some tasteful changes made to the bodywork that doesn't offend. Quad projector headlamps, projector fog lamps by Kustom and Tuning. Oh, by the way, you'll be hearing a lot from me about where you can get these mods from if you want it. You can find their links in the description below. Now, the owner wants to give his Corolla a stark, contrasting look like a panda. Kaya replace niya yung hood and trunk with carbon fiber to make things even better. Now comes the creme de la creme of this build. You know how people would often scrape their cars and underbody because they want to achieve that perfect stance and fitment? You got two options. You have lowering springs and you have coilovers, but there's a third option. Air suspension. Now, Lance has a customized digital air suspension system by Custom Misfitz, and sheesh, kung hindi ka ba naman pagkakaguluhan sa parking lot or sa valet parking, ewan ko na lang. What air suspension does is that it allows you to adjust your car's ride height on the fly using an app on your phone connected to the system. This makes sure that those 18-inch Roto SVNR wheels can well complement the car with perfect fitment, but at the same time reduce the number of scrapes you get while, say, traveling in a subdivision with like 100 speed bumps. Inside the car, everything is so tastefully done kasi nga naman yung interior ng Toyota is aimed at a more conventional crowd. Kung makikita mo yung stock na Corolla, there's nothing wrong with it, pero that's Toyota's point. They made it as inoffensive to as many people as possible, making it altogether unremarkable. Modern, but unremarkable talaga. Now, Lance made sure that it catered more to his taste. First of all, he replaced the seats with those that come from a Celica GT. These seats not just look good, but they offer you more security and support when driving aggressively. More on that later. You'll also notice some nice carbon fiber looking bits in the interior that replaces the drab gray and the stock ones, as well as this nifty looking racing K-bar that he sourced from Thailand. I also love the custom sunroof that was installed, though admittedly the owner got sick when he saw how it was made. Let's just say saws and sparks were involved. My favorite part of the modifications done to the car lies under that carbon fiber hood. This has the 1.6 liter dual overhead cam 16 valve 1ZRFE engine. Now this replaced the previous 3ZZFE from the previous Altis, and it makes more power at 122 horsepower and 153 Newton meters of torque. Figures that are just fine for a supposedly family car, but what he did was make sure that not to touch the engine but just place some add-ons on it, because why would you want to? We've already established that this Toyota has one of the most reliable engines around, and he knows that messing it up too much will just lead to disaster. Modifications done to the engines are this Canon air filters from Drift Exhaust, engine lights to showcase that engine, also from Kustom and Tuning, and all the exhaust gases go through a custom uneven length headers that go through custom catback exhaust systems. Those uneven headers give the car a deep rumble that makes it sound like a boxer engine at idle, and makes the whole car scream during throttle punches. Don't believe me? Check this out. Kung galit ka sa kapitbahay mo kasi palagi silang nagkakaraoke hanggang magmadaling araw, wag mo silang sugurin at pagalitan, imbitahan mo na lang si Lance or build ka ng parang sa kanya para quits na lang kayo. Pag minamaneho mo yung sasakyan, hindi mapipigilan na mapalingon na lang yung mga tao pero hindi nila alam kung bakit. Is it because of the loud exhaust system, the stunning good looks, that fitment, and it creates confusion in their heads? Kasi ano yan, Corolla Altis? Habang film namin ito, hindi ko mapigilan na mapangiti kasi nakikita ko sa mukha ng mga tao yung admiration for this car. As a Civic owner, I find that kind of weird kasi kapag kami yung maging ganun, meron talagang stigma na na-attach sa amin. It's like racer boy or fuckboy nga. Pero pag nakikita nila ito, Corolla Altis, very tastefully done. Siguro responsable siyang tao. First impressions do last talaga. But what is better is reputation. And in my book, kaya palagi kong sinasabi na mag-Corolla Altis is because of that reputation of reliability. You can wreck the hell out of a good man, but the good man always prevails. The same goes with the Corolla Altis, and the same goes with anything else. There's nothing wrong with loving what you love, but at the end of the day, masasabi mo bang ang mahal mo hindi ka iiwan sa ere?